A transgender predator who identifies as a teenager pleads guilty to child enticement. That's the topic. So when he was going to meet with this child, he had engagement rings, condoms, and other gifts that he was supposed to. They have what we call drag queen shows in which they are performing sexual acts in front of children. They even have supposedly child transgender kids performing really sexual stuff, both males who identify as females who want to use female lockers or female bathrooms. But honestly, this is just the beginning of a lot of adults who identify as the other sex. Konbanwa minasan, kyo desu. A transgender predator who identifies as a teenager pleads guilty to child enticement. That's the topic we're going to talk about today, but before that, guys, just make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. So this adult male who identifies as a female teenager has been caught for trying to entice a minor into sexual activity. This person's name, which is Scarlet Moon Shadows, also known as Dragon Girl 69, admitted that he was going after an 11-year-old girl for the purposes of sexually her. So an undercover agent was posing as a child, texting this predator back and forth. I would really love to mention some of the stuff shared in those text messages, but I don't want to get demonetized on YouTube. So of course, we'll leave the article below. You can translate it and see for yourself the things that this predator said to this FBI agent posing as a child. So when he was going to meet with this child, he had engagement rings, condoms, and other gifts that he was supposed to gift to this child. He even shared some disturbing things on his Facebook page, one of them being like a demon holding a child, saying that we are the rulers of hell or something like that. Again, everything's in the article. Check it out for yourself. It was also stated that this person had many pictures of against women. So this transgender person is extremely sick in the head. Currently, there is 1,500 inmates that identify as transgender. According to Keep Prison Single Sex USA, almost 50% of trans-identified male inmates are in custody for sex offenses. Now, this is only compared to 11% of people who identify as straight or non-transgender. I'm mentioning this story because it seems like it's getting very popular in some circles in Japan. My thoughts are ultimately, after the sexual revolution that happened in the 60s in America, you've seen our country become more sexualized over the years. And ever since the United States in particular has thrown out our religious views or our moral foundations, you've seen degeneracy increase in the US. And it seems as if time goes on, we become more dumb or uneducated, even though we're the most educated we ever been in human history. In today's society, we are arguing what's a man and what's a woman. And really in recent times, the LGBTQIA+, they add more letters to it every year. This movement is, for some reason, going after kids really bad. They have what we call drag queen shows in which they are performing sexual acts in front of children. They even have supposedly child transgender kids performing really sexual stuff as well in front of people. I've seen a lot of gay pride parades enact a lot of really immoral behavior. People whipping each other and wearing very loose clothing and performing very sexual acts in front of kids. And there's been an increase in, for example, males who identify as females who want to use female lockers or female bathrooms, and also transgender people who identify as kids. So you can be a grown man wanting to identify as a kid to hang around with kids. What a lot of people don't understand is that transgenderism is really covering up for pedophilia, because regardless of what you feel about gay marriage or the LGBT community, most people would say, I don't care what you do as an adult, it's your business, just don't push that in front of me, do what you want, it's your life. But when you start involving the most innocent around us, which is children, you want to educate them about explicit sexual things, something's wrong. Even recently, there's been a lot of cases of school books, public school books, teaching kids how to masturbate and teaching kids about sex. So granted, these kids haven't even gone through puberty yet, but yet a lot of these transgender activists are pushing sexual content on kids. And there's been a lot of crimes about people who identify as transgender going after children. It's even so bad that there have actually been communities from gays and lesbians who are fighting against the transgender movement pursuing kids. Where a lot of people are saying that, you know, being gay or being lesbian or being bisexual isn't bad, but the trans movement is destroying, I guess, what the LGBT community has worked so hard to get. Because if you think about it, the transgender movement opposes feminism. Feminism states that women are oppressed, or at least women don't have as much equal rights as men. So feminism is supposedly trying to fix that wrong to make women as equal, or at least give women more equal opportunity as men do. However, the transgender movement says that gender is something psychological or determined by society. So if I ask you what is a woman, and you say a woman is whatever you think a woman is, then really anything can be a woman. There's no clear definition of what a woman is. So if I come out and say that I'm a woman, I can then say I'm oppressed by society because society oppresses women. But when there's no clear definition for things, things don't have meaning anymore. So if men can identify as women and enter women's spaces and dominate, isn't that opposing what feminism is fighting for? But now, why is this transgender movement so fixated on kids? Young kids who have no idea what sex is, you're pushing debauchery on them. I think ultimately it's because it's leading up to pedophilia, to the point where they're not even calling it pedophilia, they're calling it minor attracted people. So you see they're shifting the language to kind of soften how evil pedophilia is. And you might be a gay or lesbian or bisexual person watching this, but definitely the transgender part in the LGBT community is definitely giving the movement an extremely bad light. I'm with the personal belief that when you start destroying foundations of what it means to have a family, what it means to be a man and a woman, you get more confusion in society. And it's no wonder the world is so unrested right now, because people don't know what things mean, because we're constantly changing the meaning of words and concepts. I'm glad that this man got arrested, and I hope he stays in jail. But honestly, this is just the beginning of a lot of adults who identify as the other sex and as younger people to go after children. And if something is not addressed soon, this is definitely going to get worse. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. So if you guys found this video interesting, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Hanto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, 気をつけて. じゃあね。